Chapter 1. The wind whispered through the streets of Marrow's End, a town neither remarkable nor forgotten, but one where dreams often went to fade into silence. Among its quiet inhabitants was Edric Vale, a man of 35 years, caught in the slow current of a life he had never truly chosen. His days were spent mending clocks, repairing locks, and oiling the gears of machines that ticked forward, while his own life stood still. He had once imagined something greater, something beyond the routine of sunrise and sunset. But time had a way of dulling ambition, wearing down even the sharpest edges of longing. Now, he moved through his days like an actor in a play that no longer held meaning. Then came the letter. A small, unassuming parchment, yet it carried an unfamiliar weight. The seal, black as night, bore no emblem he recognized. There was no sender, no return address, only his name, written in ink that shimmered like embers under the glow of his oil lamp. "You are being summoned." Edric turned it over, seeking explanation where there was none. A jest? A mistake? But something within him, something buried deep beneath years of quiet acceptance, stirred. He read the words again, and for the first time in years, he felt uncertain in a way that thrilled him. That night, against the whisperings of doubt, he packed a bag. The village of Marrow's End had cradled him long enough. It was time to leave. Chapter 2. The road of uncertainty. The journey stretched before him like an endless tale, uncharted, unpredictable. The road wound through valleys cloaked in mist, through forests where the trees whispered secrets of those who had passed before. He traveled past ruined halls and forgotten towers, places where men had once chased greatness and failed. Doubt crept into his mind like an old adversary. He was no hero. He was no warrior. What madness had led him to believe he was meant for more? Then, on the third night, as he sat by a dwindling fire, he met Cassian the Wayfarer. A man of untamed spirit, Cassian carried himself with the ease of one who had known failure but refused to be bound by it. His clothes were worn by travel, his hands marked with the signs of work, not the kind forced upon him, but the kind he had chosen. "You think you're the first to question your place in the world?" Cassian laughed, breaking bread over the flames. "Every great story begins with a man who believes he is meant for nothing, until he proves himself wrong." Edric listened as Cassian spoke of a different way of living, not one dictated by expectation, but one crafted by will. There were those, he said, who had learned to forge their own paths, to build with knowledge instead of labor, to carve their names into the world without permission. "But I have no skill beyond the work of my hands," Edric confessed. Cassian only smiled. "Then it's time you learn the work of the mind." Chapter 3. The Gate of Knowledge. They traveled together, passing villages where men and women lived by their own design, thriving in ways that did not rely on lords or masters. Edric saw markets where traders sold not only wares, but knowledge, where storytellers earned gold from their words, where artisans built fortunes not with muscle, but with understanding. He learned of those who had mastered the art of the unseen, men and women who wrote, who created, who built things that worked while they slept. They were not bound to land, nor to the rules of a single city or kingdom. They moved where they wished, earning as they traveled, crafting lives of their own choosing. And Edric wondered, had the walls of Marrow's End been real, or had they only ever existed in his mind? When they reached the bridge of becoming, the final threshold before true change, Cassian stopped. "This is where many turn back," he said. "Not because they lack the strength to cross, but because the unknown frightens them more than their own suffering." Edric stared at the abyss below, the path ahead shrouded in mist. Beyond lay a world he did not yet understand, but one that pulsed with opportunity and purpose. He took a breath. Then, with a steady step, he crossed the bridge. The dawn of a new path. Edric Vale's story is not unlike the story of many who wake one day and realize they were meant for more. Perhaps you, too, have felt the call, the whisper that tells you your skills could be used for something greater. If you stand at your own crossroad, staring into the unknown, there is a path forward. A way to build something beyond the ordinary, to take control of your time, your wealth, your future. Beyond the bridge of becoming lies Wealthy Affiliate, a place where those ready to reshape their future learn the skills to carve their own path. Blogging, affiliate marketing, digital mastery, these are the tools that build freedom. The first step is yours to take. The link is in the description. Because the greatest journeys always begin with a single step.